Good afternoon, this is Simon Papendick from Life's a Gamble, Let's Take a Chance. It's been a little while since I was last with you, and a lot has changed with chance over the last few weeks. We have now got to the last of the internal removal, with the final tanks in the cockpit now gone and sent to be scrapped. The prop shafts are also out, and they're going the same way, as after 78 years they are well and truly cream crackered, both the shafts, the bearings and the stern tubes. But now it's the big push to start to put the boat back together again, with the removal of the ribs that are damaged or broken or rotten in some cases, and also the planking on the boat, which needs to be replaced before she's strong enough to be moved from Wood Plumpton down to Walton-on-the-Naze, where she's going to continue her refit and back in the water once more. At the moment my brother is helping me out with most of the work on the boat, and occasionally my son Michael is helping to do some of the smaller tasks where either myself or my brother cannot get into, where he can, which is mainly in the small parts at each end of the boat, where our unfortunate height and width is causing to be a problem, where my son is very slight built and got very long arms and can get to parts that we cannot get any longer. One of the jobs that Michael was doing last time was removing the skin fittings from all around the boat. He's now successfully removed all bar 2 skin fittings, which are the 2 in the engine room where my brother and myself were removing the tanks last time we were there a fortnight ago. So now they're out, we're going to start cleaning the bilges in the forward end of the boat, working back to the main bulkhead between the engine room and the main cabin, and we'll leave Michael to remove the last 2 engine room seacock fittings, which are for the engines, and also any other bits that are in the bilges which he can get easily to and remove, so clearing the way for us to repair and change any parts of the boat which needs to be done in that part of the boat during the following week. So we are getting on with the job. We have had a few setbacks, one of them mainly being the cost of fuel to get from Essex to Wood Plumpton and back again. It's now a rather large amount of money at almost £110 for the round trip in diesel alone, which is quite prohibitive, so we have to make the most of what jobs we do each time we go to Wood Plumpton to do some work. The last few months have been very hard graft, as it has been taking the boat to bits without damaging too much of the internal furniture, and taking lots of photographs and measurements of the bits we're taking out so that they can go back in once the refit is underway on the interior. That will be sometime in the future, as the main thing we have to do at the moment is repair the hull. So far it's mostly the middle part at the port side, forward part starboard side, and around the waterline on both sides, which seems to be affected by, in some cases, ice on the waterline and lack of ventilation above the waterline, where it's rotted from the inside out. However, this is what's going to be tackled over the next 2-3 months to get the boat structurally sound and able to be moved and get back down to Essex, where it'll be near my workshop to continue the work. So we're going to try this time to get as much work done on removal of planks, so that the following time we go up, we'll go with a large amount of wood and start putting planks and roofs back in. but in the meantime it's going to be my brother and myself taking ribs and planks off, and Michael taking skin fittings off, and hopefully my wife Tricia will be doing the project managing to make sure that we keep on track and that we do as much work and not mess around doing small jobs which could be done at another time. So while we're doing the work, she'll be organising the work lists with my help to make sure that we do the most work with a limited amount of time we have at Wood Plumpton. So if you liked us and would like to subscribe to this YouTube channel about how the boat's getting on, and be also a patron if you'd like to be, so you can follow our adventures along the way as we take a chance and a gamble at the same time. But we hope over the next few months and maybe the next 2 years to show you how to put a boat back together again after being neglected and misused for lots of years. We hope also that people will find encouragement in what we're doing and will do a similar task themselves. We are trying to make sure that Chance is back in the water and that her design will live on, because as we have found out from research, she is the only Western Isles 40-footer in existence, as she was the only one ever built. However, there was a 47-foot Western Isles built, but not to the exact same design as Chance. So if you would like to follow us, by all means do so. Subscribe to my channel and be a patron to my channel as well. Thanks very much. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.